Fighter Gaming presents.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
War never changes. Since the dawn of mankind, when our ancestors first realized the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilt in the name of everything, from God to justice to simple psychotic rage. In the year 2077, after a millennia of armed conflict, the destructive nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of nuclear fire and radiation. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of human history. For man had succeeded in destroying the world, but war never changes. In the ruins of old Boston, the Commonwealth settles in for a long, deadly winter, as its hungry communities do their best to find food and survive the cold. A new sect of the Church of the Children of Atom arrives. Their flock grows as they spread their worship of nuclear division and radiation across the region. Led by an enigmatic prophet calling himself the last son of Atom, the Church's army plans to ignite an all-out winter war with the settlements that dare reject their atomic god. A group of ragtag survivors must do whatever it takes to protect their communities and keep the Commonwealth from becoming ground zero again. Because war never changes.
Alright, so you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys have completed your combat. You guys are, Runt and Bush are currently near each other, engaged in a blood transfusion. And Graft and Kieran, you guys are kind of searching the bodies. You find various guns, couple pistols, 2 hunting rifles, and of course the submachine gun.
Can I take one of the rifles?
You can, yes.
Does he have any ammo on him?
He has 6 rounds.
I will take those.
Okay.
And you said a couple hunting rifles, so I'm assuming someone else has another 6 rounds on them at least.
Possibly. But we could say that, you find 3 rounds. So now you have a total of 9.
Okay, so 9. All right, hold on. Let me write that down.
They're also 22 caliber, so they're nothing to write home about.
Is that the rifle that Bush was shot with?
Yes.
So it is a small caliber.
Yes.
Okay.
And the pistols are, just 10 millimeter. Again, nothing to write home about. While searching the bodies, you guys do find, I'm going to say you guys, because I'm just going to let you guys figure it out from here. You guys find about 50 caps. And you find a couple notes on the bodies. And 1 stim pack that looks like it was partially used. It looks modified to give more than just 1 full dose.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call that. I would call that out as soon as I see it.
I found a stim pack over here. It's about half used, but it's still got some in it, and I'm gonna bring it over to Runt.
Yep. I'm going to DM. Would I know if I should put it in his arm that's already getting blood transfused into it, or his other arm?
You could put it in either arm. It's up to you. You figure.
I'll put it in.
You figure that it's you've seen the stim pack used in the abdomen, in the chest, and the arms, so it's one of those things where it's just kind of wherever you want to put it that you're comfortable with.
I guess I'll find a vein in his shoulder and stab it in there carefully.
As you Pulp Fiction, I'm just kidding. So, don't you fucking die on me, Maya! Don't you fucking die on me! So, Bush, give yourself 5 points of health, and you are...
Oh, he left the,
Oh, well, fuck him!
He left the chat.
He's dead now. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'll come over to his body.
Dead to me.
In the middle of this transfusion, I go, I don't think he's gonna make it, and I pull out my revolver, aim it at his head. Oh, he's back. He's back.
I really hate my fucking internet.
You missed the part where we saved your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what was going on.
And then in another universe.
I dropped out. In another universe, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, in another universe, you got Old Yellard.
But not this one.
A universe not quite unlike our own.
I dropped
Twilight
out.
Zone.
Dropped out just as Runt was about to do something with the stim pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna find a vein in your shoulder and stab it in.
Anal insertion.
Oh!
He's boofing the stim pack. It's quicker.
Faded off that Josh.
So yeah, you got yourself 5 extra health points, and you are back to consciousness. You have a massive migraine, to say the least, but you are alive, Bush.
Okay.
Do we notice he's alive? Like that he's kind of stabilized?
You could say that he's stabilized. You see his eyes kind of open and close, kind of like just, you know, the sun's a bit too bright, so he keeps closing them.
Oh, thank fuck.
God, that was hot.
Bush, I did not feel good.
At least you're alive, brother.
Glad you're okay, big guy.
Oh, we lost you for a second.
Too tired. Speak to Rotface later.
Craziest thing. I kind of lean over him. I'm like, craziest fucking thing. That bastard shot you unprovoked. But I'm glad you're alive. We're able to get you at least fucking stable. I kind of look around, take a survey of like our surroundings. The fact that I'm assuming we're out in the open.
You are. You guys are at the train yard. There's debris, of course. There's the pile of burning corpses. You see the overturned rail carts, or not rail carts, train carts. And you can see what appears to be a train cart that is like chained shut.
I kind of pose the question to the rest of the group that's not took a fucking bullet to their head. And I go, well, there's a couple things we can fucking do. We could wait around here for a couple hours. See if Bush is able to get back up on his feet and we could start moving then. Or we could hunker down here and make sure he's stabilized. Try to find where we could hide out at least for a couple hours, if not the rest of the fucking day or night or whatever the fuck it is.
I'm willing to bet that we could get inside one of the tipped over train cars and close the door and be safe in there.
Right. As he says that, I kind of... Alright, I'll go check that one over there that seems to be chained. And on the way, I pass over to where the chest was that these guys were carrying. And I check it to see if there's anything valuable inside.
Okay. So as you walk over there, you open up the chest, and you just see what appears to be hundreds of skulls, just all stuffed into this box. Could be trophies. If you want, you could take a closer inspection.
I'll take a closer inspection, but as I do that, I'm going to take one of the skulls. And I kind of just pick it up, look at it, and just have some fucking special connection feeling with it. And decided to hold under my right arm as I look closer at the rest of this chest.
Okay. So as you're looking at these skulls and you feel that connection with the one, you put it under your arm like a basketball and just start looking at the others, and you noticing that on the foreheads of each skull is a brand of sorts. It's possibly a sigil, something that you aren't familiar with, but that brand also has what appears to be knife marks cut through it. Like somebody was almost trying to X out the brand.
Alas, I knew him, Horatio.
Fuck,
I kind of call out to the rest of the group, and I'm like, hey, does anybody know what the fuck this weird marking is on the skull of these bastards? We're kind of pointing to the chest.
I would be too preoccupied making sure that Bush is okay.
Yeah, I mean, I assume I don't know, but should I check? Can I do a history check or something to see if I know what it's from?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
what
fine.
straight in. Well, yeah, sorry, straight intelligence.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's the wrong system, my guy.
9. I don't know shit.
Yeah, you don't know nothing. You can roll one as well, Kieran, if you'd like.
Well, that's just a 20 plus whatever the
Intelligence.
Yeah, that one. All right. Right. Um, 7 plus 7, that's a 14.
Okay. So, you as well, it doesn't seem familiar to you. It just looks like a brand on a skull with a line through it.
I kind of keep the skull with me and start making my way over to the train cars to start checking which ones we might be able to hide out in.
So, you walk over to which one first? The overturned ones or the one that's chained?
I don't want to check the one that's chained and hope to fuck that there's nobody in there we gotta fight.
Okay. So as you walk over to the one that's chained, you start contemplating, how you're gonna get that chain off, and as you get closer to the cart, you hear what appears to be rhythmic banging on the inside of the cart.
I don't shoot it.
And as you get,
can I yell out?
Yeah, you could yell out.
The cart. Kind of yell out to him, or to whatever is in the cart, and I'm like, hello? Is there anybody locked up inside there?
You hear nothing. You just hear the rhythmic banging.
I don't like that.
It's almost, it almost has like a melody to it, except it's just with banging on the sides of the cart.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's chained for a reason. I did like a quick turn on my heels and like fucking spin the other way over to the overturned cart and like mutter to myself, if anything, we'll fuck with that tomorrow morning. And then kind of make my way over to the overturned cart to see if we could find a spot to get Bush into.
So you go to the overturned cart, climb up on it, and you see that it's already been opened up, broken into. You take a quick peek inside, and you see the first cart at the front just kind of has nothing. It's been picked clean. You see some bullet holes in it that appear to be more fresh than, you know, the other ones that are in the surrounding area. Along with bullet holes, you see burn marks from what you could surmise as laser weaponry. And you also see these strange patterns where bullet holes are, but the metal itself almost like ripples. Like water would when you throw a stone in it. And those stick out because it's odd, because the bullet hole next to it is just a normal bullet hole, no rippling, but this one is rippling. And if you'd like, you could touch it. Stick your finger in it.
I feel like that's a terrible idea.
Nah.
You put your fingers in worse holes.
So it's a rippled fucking like hole.
So there's a hole in the metal, and the outside of the hole, the metal is like rippled, kind of rippled. It's like a rippling effect.
What the fuck is that? I don't like that. I mean, I guess I'll touch it.
Is that what you told Camp Counselor Dave?
Oh, no.
That is what I told him.
So
it's like, this is gonna get me up to the net. This is gonna get me to Star Scout, right?
So you take your hands, you just kind of, touch the rippled parts of the metal, and it's solid, but it's got a little more flex to it than it should. And you put your finger in the bullet hole itself, and you feel a very familiar tingle in your fingertips.
In my glory hole? Oh, okay.
It's almost...
Wait, a familiar tingle.
A familiar tingle.
Reminds me of my Aunt Siobhan.
Oh, God. No, it reminds you of radiation.
Oh, gamma gun. What the fuck? I mean, I don't know that.
Roll in history or intelligence or whatever. I think it's intelligence,
yeah.
Roll the charisma on it.
Roll intimidation. Tell me what you are!
What are you? What's 2 plus 11, baby? Wait a minute,
13.
I lied. 10, 9. Fuck. Jesus, can't do math. 9.
Make up your mind.
So
It's a 9. It's a 9.
It's a 9? Okay. So yeah,
or is it a net 20?
You wouldn't know if it's a gamma gun or not, but what you do know is that it has traces of radiation or radioactive properties.
Does it heal me up a bit?
There's not enough there to do any kind of healing.
Is there multiple holes though?
I mean, you could try, but you're still not going to get healed.
Can I get like a point?
No.
Okay. I'm done.
Make a bridge between them with your fingertips.
Yeah, just start fingering all the holes in this train car.
You go in there, you see Kieran just fucking spread eagle with all of his fingers in these bullet holes trying to get 1 point of health.
Right, all 10 fingers and all 10 toes inside these fucking bullet holes or whatever the fuck. I was gonna get my fucking 1 point of health back. That was making me feel so good.
So yeah.
I look around and I'm like, is it a suitable train car, even though it's flipped on its side and the door, I'm assuming, is on where the roof would be?
Yeah.
Relatively.
Is
everything else enclosed other for the bullet holes? Could we hide in there?
If you were to make a camp in there and make it a shelter, you would be very comfortable.
Okay, I'm gonna shout back to the fucking party. Fuck, I think we need to fucking fill up this here train car. To get him over here, we need to stabilize Bush throughout the night. Can't keep him on his feet, that's for sure.
I'm gonna look at Bush and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pick you up, all right, brother?
Wish I did. No one help.
No shame in asking for help. We just woke up. Took a nasty bullet to the head.
Just help Bush hide and stand.
I'll nod and do that warrior's brace, handshake and help you to your feet.
Rather this than carry. Make Bush hide to feel weak.
Not many people could survive a gunshot point blank to the face, so don't worry about anyone here seeing you weak.
And from there, I'll just stay silent until we get to the train car.
I'll walk beside him. I'm not going to like keep my hand on his back, but I'm kind of just gonna hover right above it just in case he starts like stumbling back or something, so I catch him. But I'm letting him walk on his own, more or less.
As you guys are walking towards the train cart that Kieran called out to you guys from, you guys see the train cart that's chained, and you two, as you get closer, you hear that rhythmic beating on the side of the cart, and you guys are at the overturned cart, still hearing the rhythmic banging. It's a bit faint, of course, but now you have the tall task of trying to get him to climb without being, without hurting him.
All right, at this point, I'm kind of going to be a little more hands-on and help him inside.
Where are you grabbing him?
And Bush, I need you to roll a is it Constitution or is it Endurance? I think it's Endurance.
Endurance.
Yeah.
Endurance.
Would this be with advantage because I'm like helping him?
No, this is completely different.
All right. Okay. Better be good. That would be 25.
Okay.
Damn.
So as you're standing there and Runt is preparing to more or less hoist you up, your vision goes extremely blurry and you hear this piercing, high-pitched ringing in your ear. But as quickly as it appears, it disappears and you go back to normal. It's painful, but you don't lose any health points from it.
Okay.
And you guys can continue.
After Bush is inside and he's kind of like comfortably like sat down, assuming his back kind of laid up against the wall. I'm gonna I'll take more notice of the pounding that I hear, and I'll look at Kieran and Graft and say, when you watch Bush, stay here with him. The other one can come with me.
I'll go with you.
I'll nod and then step out of the truck.
So you climb,
Or,
you climb through the roof of, well, the now roof of the train cart, and you're standing on top of it, and you jump down, and you realize how wild it was that you got Runt up off the ground above your head into the train cart without a roll. That was amazing. Hats off. It's like we're here now. All right. So you're walking over to the train cart that's chained, and you're still hearing the rhythmic beats. It almost sounds like war drums to you.
I'm going to press my ear up to the chain door and see if I can hear anything besides the banging.
No, that's all you're hearing. It's a metal, everything's metal, so that's all you're gonna hear.
Anyone in there?
You hear nothing. You just hear the banging continue. Not breaking its rhythm.
I'll look at Graft and give him an expression as if to say, like, what do you think? Like, should we open this?
If it meant to do any harm to us, it would have probably done so already.
I'll shrug and take my pipe wrench up, and I guess I'll just swing it at the lock, try and break it.
Okay, you break the lock with ease. The chain falls to the ground.
I'll actually take the chain up and kind of wrap it around my torso, Ghost Rider style. Just keep it for whatever I might need it for.
Definitely not enough chain for the torso, but
okay.
Your neck, yes. We could put it around your neck like a chain.
Chain gang.
All right.
Okay, so the banging continues.
And then I'll look at Graft and I'll say, draw that gun.
What?
Draw that gun you got.
Oh yeah. I'll pull out my submachine gun and ready it.
I'll use my free hand to kind of muscle open the door. My other hand on my wrench, ready to swing if anything tries to like lunge out or anything like that.
Okay.
What do we see as I open the door?
So you open the door, and as you open up the door, you see these large claws, dagger-like claws, ripped. I'm just fucking with you. I wouldn't do that to you.
I was like, bro.
That's why I didn't open it in the fucking first place.
So you
Claws
open
of
up.
death, maybe.
It's a Yao Guai or Yao Gui.
So you open
if not
up.
Friend, why friends shaped?
You open the door and the banging continues, except now you can hear chains along with the bangings, and nothing happens. Nothing jumps out at you. No jump scares. You want to take a peek inside?
Yeah.
All right, so You guys cautiously stick your heads inside, and you see that the floor is littered with broken crates and long cargo straps that have been torn loose. And you see a thin man in long white robes. He's sitting at the back of the cart, chained to the wall, as he's banging his hands on the wall. And he doesn't seem overly concerned that he's chained to this cart, but you see that he's kind of in his teeth. He has a pendant with a thin chain around his neck, and the pendant is adorned with an unfamiliar symbol, a long triangular symbol with a thick circle inside, bisected by a vertical bar. The symbol emits a soft yellow glow that seems to be bringing this guy some measure of peace, as he just continues to bang on the wall in the, you know, the rhythm.
When the Graf will say, when the scavengers are getting ready to leave, they said, leave him chained up. And if I didn't know who they were talking about, I didn't see anybody chained up outside, but I assume this must be the guy. Did they do this to him?
I'll kind of shrug and then like gently tap the head of my wrench against like the inside wall of the train car. I'll kind of call out, "Hey, old timer, you all right?"
He doesn't seem too concerned with your questioning. Just still banging on the walls rhythmically, and he almost as if he's humming along with the bangs. And you, of course, both of you actually are before the war. It almost sounds like a hymnal that would be sung in church.
Can I make some sort of roll to recognize the exact song?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The DM does not know any hymnals or anything like that, but you can use your imagination for your favorite one, and that's the one that's being hummed. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think that fucking far ahead.
In the water. That's what they're singing right now. That's not even a hymnal.
No, that's not.
Gospel.
That's gospel.
Hymnals are more like, the Lord, He saves me. He saves me. Like some shit like that. That's your hymnal.
I was just thinking like Oak Ridge Boys or some shit.
Yeah.
Hillsong, they're singing Hillsong right now.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
Take me deeper in the waters.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I do recognize the tune though.
Yes, you recognize the tune.
Okay. Cautiously, I'm going to start like kind of whistling the tune along with him, see if he reacts.
So you kind of pick up the tune and you recognize it, so you kind of just, without any hesitation, just kind of go into the same melody, and his eyes just dart right at you, almost as if he's smiling at you with his eyes, with this pendant in his mouth as he keeps banging on the wall, humming while you're whistling.
Does it seem like a comforting or welcoming smile that he's doing with his eyes?
Hard to tell. I mean, when someone smiles with just their eyes, it's different.
Can I just walk up and take the pendant out of his mouth?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because like to me it seems like the guy only has that shit stuff in his mouth because you can't fucking take it out because his arms are chained up.
So you take the pendant. Are you gonna just yank it out, or are you gonna be gentle, or I mean, does he need a safe
I'm gonna
word?
be gentle.
Okay. So you
Banana.
more. So you gently kind of just pull the pendant out of his mouth, and as you do, you feel a familiar tingle in your fingers. As I'm guessing you're just gonna let the pendant kind of just rest on his chest.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and ceases his banging and ceases his humming. Are you here to rob me?
No. The guys who were here before, did they do this to you, the scavengers?
Of course, yes, of course. They put me here because I was here to find my lord. And I was all too late to find my lord. I prayed to Atom.
Why do you sound like that?
Why do I sound like what?
Your accent. It's unfamiliar.
Oh. Well, that's how all we acolytes of the children of Adam speak. We speak with... I'm forgetting the fucking word. God damn it. Conviction!
Reverence.
Reverence, yes. Are you a brother amongst the filth?
I ain't really too sure what you mean by that, if I'm being honest. But I don't have any discriminations against people of other faith.
Well, there's only one faith, brother. That of Atom and his glorious glow.
Right.
Have you heard the good news today? Atom's right hand is descending upon the Commonwealth to bathe it in glorious fire, cleansing those who are unclean. Unfortunately, I missed meeting the right hand of Atom here, but I met the scavengers. Are they still alive? Can I give them the good news as well?
Fortunately not.
Oh. Is it just you two?
We've got two others in another train car. One of ours is injured.
Oh. Well, I, Brother Landon, would love to pray over your injured and bless him so that he may heal.
I will slowly walk up and sort of almost protectively, like, put my hand on Graf's chest and kind of push him back just a little bit as I step forward. And I'll look at this guy and I'll say, so if we unchain you, promise not to do anything irrational or unkind.
What am I gonna do? I'm here in just my ceremonial robes. I haven't any weapons. You're more than welcome to check.
If I may. And I'll be respectful. I'm not like being rough with checking him, but I will check him for weapons.
So you check him for weapons, and he has none on him. He has nothing on him aside from the cross that he's wearing and the robes that he's currently wearing.
Alright. So how is he chained up? Are the chains like locked somewhere?
So the chains look like they were locked at the top where his hands are, and it loops around his wrists down the arms. And there's not much movement for him, and around his waist, it appears that he's chained there too to the cart. Whoever chained him there did not want him to move.
Okay. I will reach into my tool bag.
No. Go ahead.
I was saying I will reach in my tool bag and I'll grab a screwdriver and a couple bobby pins, holding a few of them between my teeth as I take one bobby pin, And I'm gonna try to pick the locks, starting with the one around his waist.
All right, so roll lock picking for that.
Okay. A total of 17.
Okay,
Damn.
so you unlock the chain around his waist. Oh, thank you, thank you. See, I knew saviors would come. I prayed to Adam for this.
And you said there's a lock holding his feet together?
No, just his arms.
Okay. Is it like one lock for each arm, or just one lock for both?
Just one lock for both, we can say.
Okay. I'll pick that one too.
All right, give it a pick.
All right. That's a 7.
Okay, so as you're picking this lock, he's just talking to you, kind of distracting you, and you're having a real rough go at unlocking this this lock. You can roll again, but at disadvantage.
Okay. Would I imagine one of my bobby pin would snap?
No, it won't snap. You're good.
Okay. All right, let's roll at disadvantage here. 3.
So now it broke.
It's a 3.
But as you're still picking
I'm kind of like
picking the lock, it fucking snaps.
Is it too late to mention that I have proficiency in lockpicking?
whoops. So yeah, as it kind of snaps, I'm holding the other 2 bobby pins that I have between my teeth, and I'm like, damn. And I'll look to Draft, and I'll say, "Won't give it a go."
Sure.
And I'll hand him the screwdriver and 1 bobby pin.
All right. I'm gonna go up and try to pop the lock.
He looks at you as
Should I
you're...
roll?
Yes, please. He looks at you as you're, picking the lock. So a super mutant and a ghoul. Well, quite the odd pairing.
Well, can't say I've seen any of your kind, friend, and that's a 19.
Oh yeah, you easily pop that thing open. You haven't seen any children of Adam out here.
Nope.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. They're actually really good people. As he starts standing up slowly, you could see as the robe kind of, as he's standing up, you get to see his legs a bit more clearer and his waistline as he's standing up, and you see how emaciated this man actually is. And he looks at both of you, still smiling. Oh, well, I do have a question for you. Have you seen my lord? Have you seen him?
I'm quite sure what you mean by that.
God doesn't exist out here in the wasteland, friend.
He still smiles at you. Of course he does. How do you know he doesn't? I prayed to Adam, and here you are. I prayed for my salvation, and here you are. What are the chances?
I mean, someone was going to find you eventually. It was just a matter of whether you'd be alive or dead when they found you.
Well, sure, but I didn't pray to just be found. I prayed to be found alive. And you, big green one, a super mutant who knows the song of our Lord. Are you a believer?
Just a song I recognize from my childhood days in church.
Were you a child of Adam before you became a super mutant?
I don't believe so.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is okay. Are you with anybody who is of a believing faith in the children of Adam? Perhaps the last... Huh?
I mean, we got a Catholic.
What's a Catholic?
Oh boy.
It ain't important. Suffice it to say, I don't think we have any people in our little group who are children of Adam, but, you know, each their own.
Well, if you'd like, you can become a child of Adam. Right here, right now, my son. Both of you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna go look for cigarettes outside. I say to Runt, and I'm like, this guy seems harmless. And
I'll nod, and I guess as Graft is leaving, I'll kind of are the lengths of chain that were holding him hostage like longer than the one I found outside?
A little bit, we could say by about a foot. But
okay, yeah, I'll discard the shorter one around my neck, and I'll take the longest one.
Okay.
And kind of just coil it up and stuff it into my bag.
Okay.
Along with the locks.
It seems as though your friend wishes to not be saved.
A lot of people, especially ghouls and super mutants, have been alive for a while. A lot of us don't really believe any of us left that are worth saving. I mean, look around you, friend.
That's where you're wrong. See, the ghoul, he was the first that was touched by Adam. They are the first to be cleansed. Just look at your friend, the ghoul. His skin is falling off. His sins of the past wiped away, cleansed by atomic fire. He has been reborn in a new world. Just because non-believers cast you aside does not mean that you are not precious, does not mean that you are not special. You are big and strong, and you are able to withstand Adam's purging love with relative ease. Is that not special?
Trust me, he turned into a super mutant. It didn't come without cost. It cost me everything I had.
Well, of course it does.
Especially, I wouldn't wish to.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Please finish.
Just starting to get back a semblance of some sort of kinship or purpose. I'm not really in favor of sacrificing that all again. But you're not going to get any prejudice or whatnot out of me for having your own belief. You unlocked your chains, you're free to go if you'd like.
I would still much like to pray over your friend that's injured.
Suppose I'll go ask him if he's alright with that. But, before I do, would you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, of course.
There was a bunch of, supply lines came around here when I guess the group got ambushed. I don't know if it was by raiders or what, but you wouldn't happen to know where any of those supplies went, would you?
Haven't a clue. I came here in search of the last son of Adam, my lord, well, my lord's right hand. Unfortunately, he was not here, not present, and shortly after I got here, the scavengers decided that they wanted to lock me up and burn the bodies of the filthy, the unclean.
Do I believe him that he didn't see anything about the shipments?
I mean, there's really no reason to not believe him. He's locked up, so the train cart was locked up when you guys got here, so everything kind of adds up.
Okay. I'll nod and say, all right, if you don't mind, I'll go ask my friend if he's all right with having a prayer said for him. Stay right here if you wouldn't mind.
He looks at you and, please go with peace. As he just kind of stands there, freed but not freed.
All right. I'll walk out of that train car, out back into the other train car, and I'll kneel down at Bush's side and say, how you feeling, brother?
The head feel like beaten by Yao.
Listen, one of the other train cars, we found somebody held hostage, chained up. Holy man, it looks like. He said he wants to thank us for saving him by coming in here and saying a prayer for you. Maybe help you get a little better. You alright with that?
Was holy man, big man we sent to look for?
DM, did he match the description of the guy we were supposed to look for?
Nope. See, this one's emaciated. The other one was very large.
Okay. I'll shake my head. And, he's all ragged.
Just no hurt, Poseidon no more.
I don't think he'd be able to do any harm to any of us, even if he tried. Seems like a strong breeze would knock him over.
Kieran, where are you?
You're muted.
Kieran, where are you? He's probably stuffing his face with pizza. He said it was surprise pizza. I'm gonna assume Kieran is there also in the train cart with Bush and you guys kind of setting up a sleeping area for you guys.
So yeah, I mean, since it seems like Bush is more or less okay with it, I'll go back and I'll bring the guy in. I'll hop up as I bring him back. I'll hop up on top of the flipped over train car and I'll offer my hand to help him up. This seems like he could probably use help.
He grabs your hand. Thank you for the assistance, big one. As you lift him up onto the top of the train cart. And he peeks in.
You can call me Runt.
Ah, yes. Runt. A fitting name for a large man. Befitting. As he looks into the train cart and sees Bush laying down and Kieran kind of, just making everything, making a sleeping area. Runt, Brother Runt, who was the Cowlick? Catholic? Catholic,
That's,
yes.
Kieran
yes.
over there.
Kieran, the ghoul.
Yeah.
Ah. Hey, may I, as he gestures as to go in.
By all means.
He kind of lowers himself slowly down, his arms shaking under his own weight, as he gingerly gets to the bottom of the cart. And he walks over to Kieran. And that cocksucker needs to get in.
Kieran!
Kieran!
Rockface, stop stuffing face with meat pie.
We shoot his ass a message in here. Let's see. Yeah.
Rockface, stop sucking own loincloth worm.
Oh, fuck.
God, I wish I had fucking air conditioning right now.
Man, my nuts are fucking sweating fierce. It's so goddamn hot in here.
I know, dude.
It's
Yeah.
hot as fuck.
Like,
So for my room, I have to look at the photos because I can't see them fucking numbers because there's no.
Dude, I could fry fucking chicken in the amount of grease that's between my nutsack and thigh.
It feels like it's probably about like, I would say about like 95 in my room right now.
jeez.
Crack a
Probably
window.
about the same in here.
I would, but then I'm close enough to the road and people are assholes and like to honk their horn.
That's
And
when
also
you
that
shoot
I live
at
in an
him.
area where. Well, I was gonna say about that. I also live in an area where it's not illegal to just go out and shoot your gun at a target. It usually happens at around this time.
I thought this was America.
It is, but it's annoying whenever it happens consistently.
Goddamn
You
communism
damn
is
fruit-licking
spreading.
pansy commies forgot your roots.
You might need to wrap soon.
You have the.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say
Yeah.
because apparently Kieran is sucking Uncle Tony's dick again. We'll say that him and the brother Landon had we'll say a friendly, heated discussion about him being Catholic.
Religion.
Yeah, him being Catholic
Mhm.
and not, accepting of Adam as a real religion, because we all know Kieran would shit on
Oh yeah,
Adam.
definitely.
So as he leans down to you, Bush, my son, are you ready?
Before we continue,
You motherfucker.
I was trying to say something before you started.
Okay.
Would I be like, I guess, aware enough to be able to get a good look at him and to be able to recognize him? Not like him specifically, but like his attire and what he's about.
I mean, you could roll a religion check. I mean, he's not been secret about it. I mean, he's child of Adam. Or intelligence check.
What the fuck? That's concerning, but 24.
Okay, so what
So I
specifically?
somehow managed to roll an 18.
Okay, so what are you specifically trying to figure out?
I would say more specifically of if I've ever encountered like somebody like him before, somebody who was a child of Adam, wearing like similar clothing.
You've encountered children of Adam, and in the past, little small clusters, and as you as you focus on the sigils that are on his robe and the necklace that he wears, the chain and the cross, it's familiar, but it's not. It's almost as if it's like the children of Adam, but not the children of Adam. if that makes sense. It's like Christianity, but not all Christianity is the same.
Yeah, okay, I got you now.
Okay.
I got you.
Have you accepted Atom, the Glorious One, as your Lord and Savior, my son?
Fantasy Mormons.
Bushhider, no one help. Leave Bushhider be. He wants sleep.
You don't want the help of the Lord that has guided you to me for purpose?
Bushhider wants sleep.
His smile that you guys have grown accustomed to is now gone. I see. So none of you are wanting to be saved.
Unless you can reverse the apocalypse from happening.
But that's
Not
just...
interested.
That's just it. It happened for a reason. It purified you, washed you of your sins. Your scars are testament to that. And yet you still refuse him?
Let me ask you a question, old timer.
He
You
looks
lived
at
through
you.
the first Armageddon? You there when the bombs first fell?
Obviously not. I have not been blessed to be purified in the fires of Atom himself.
There ain't no blessing about it. I lost everything. I lost my wife. I lost my kids. I lost my community. I lost my humanity. If step 2 of whatever y'all's big plan is involves another apocalypse, I'm sorry, but I ain't interested. You're free to go.
If that is what you wish. He reaches up to the ceiling and pulls himself up and stands above you guys in the train cart. Unfortunately, I tried to save you as though you have saved me. And now, once I see my lord, I must tell his right hand, the last son of Adam, that you're not worth saving. That you should all be baptized and cleansed in the atomic fires of Atom. That way we could drink in your glow.
Runt's expression will turn sour and he'll spit at the floor and cross his arms.
Like you said, I shall go in peace. As you hear him climb down and go off in a direction. You hear the footfalls getting further and further away. What was his fucking deal? Goddamned loon.
Seems to be a pattern. People who never lived through the shit we lived through don't pretend like they have all the answers. Maybe I shouldn't have been so nice to him.
Well.
That guy couldn't hurt a fly if he wanted to.
Hell, I thought when you spit, you almost damn near killed him. I was ready for that. Watching him crumple. Too bad he didn't see what we did to all those fucking scavers. Probably would have changed his fucking tune talking about me Catholicism. Called it cowlick. What the fuck?
Maybe some ferals or super mutant tribe will take care of him.
I don't know. He seemed to have that familiar tingle I'm used to with radiation. Surprised you didn't feel it, Graft.
Huh?
He had
Feel
that.
what?
He had that familiar tingle of radiation.
Well, I felt something weird when I pulled his pendant out of his mouth, but
It was a familiar tingle of radiation.
oh,
Half the shit that Vault-Tec and Robco made back in the day was basically made completely out of uranium. He's probably about to go ghoul any day.
That's very possible. But, I mean, should we go kill him? I mean, him being all that
What's the
close and
point?
everything. I mean, he's fucking close to the camp. Personally,
and
I don't want to
you
have
scared?
to have. No. Are you?
You're scared of that little guy? No, that's why I say let him go and be delusional.
Ah, all right. Fuck me. So, we're setting up camp here, all right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Good to me.
Who's taking first watch?
I will.
Yeah, I mean, if nobody else wants to, I'll take watch after him or whatever.
All right.
Mind if I borrow that gun for my watch?
Well, Kieran reached into his pack and hands you a pistol, a 10mm pistol. And it's got half a clip in there, so 5 bullets.
All right. I'll make sure that it's racked, and with my finger in a safe position, I'll kind of climb up and sit with my legs dangling, like I'll sit on the top of the train car with my legs dangling into the train car, and I'll just keep an eye out on the horizon.
All right, and with that, we'll call it.
All right.
Because that's the end of the scene. And plus, I don't want to push too far with Kieran, because I don't know what conversations he may or may not have. So yeah,
Yeah.
that cocksucker.
Yeah,